families take place.
Dr. Kochar, stay with us as we move on to some other updates. And Rush Hour director Brett Ratner appears in a newly released batch of Jeffrey Epstein files from the US Justice Department. An undated photo shows the filmmaker posing alongside Jean Luc Brunel, the late French modelling agent and longtime associate of Epstein. Brunel died by suicide in 2022 while in a French jail, facing charges of raping a minor and supplying minors to Epstein. The photograph featuring Ratner and Brunel does not include any information about the date, location or context of the image. Officials have not provided further clarification regarding the photograph, which is part of a larger set of documents recently made public. We now move over to Europe, and Switzerland's Interior Minister Elisabeth Borme-Schneider has said that Switzerland must do more to shield children from social media risks by signalling that she was open to a potential ban on the platforms for youngsters. Borme-Schneider has said that following Australia's recent ban on social media for users under the age of 16, that Switzerland should examine similar measures. Earlier this month, the Parliament of the Swiss canton of Fribourg had voted to prohibit children from using mobile phones at school until they are at the age of 15, as the latest step has been taken at a local level in Switzerland to curb their use in schools. Major General Kochar joins us once again. Of course, do you think we're going to see, judging on how Australia does, of course, whose rules came in around a month ago now, do you think we're going to see a pattern of positive effects due to the fact that children don't get led on social media? And do you think we could see governments taking this way more seriously than they do at the moment?
It's very important, this aspect, Thomas, because we in India are also facing a similar kind of a problem. And if we have to discuss this issue, there has to be three dimensions of discussion. The first dimension is on the health factor, because there are medical reports to suggest that it has already started affecting the minds of children, and it has already started affecting the mental growth of the children, because if they are exposed to these kind of games and dragon games and devil games and all sorts of these games, so it is actually affecting the psyche of the children, as we have seen in the United States. If you remember, there have been certain incidents of young students having actually gun in their hand and firing it out, candies, floss kind of the games and all, they keep on playing. So I think mental and health aspects is one important issue. But the second important is the psychological aspect, because the growth of the human mind, and if you study actually psychology, there is an upper cortex and there is a low cortex, and there is an amygdala, and we actually call it at times the amygdala hijack. When there is so much of anger in a person that he cannot control his emotions.
Yes.
So this important aspect regarding the growth of the human mind, I think is actually undergoing a change, and that is the psychological aspect, the anger which gets built in the children if he is denied, if supposing he has to do his homework and it will require 2 hours to do his homework, he will try to cut short that time of doing the homework, rather than cutting out the time on the social media. So the psychological aspect is very important. And the third important aspect is the social aspect. A child is not interacting with his parents any longer. He is interacting on social media and he doesn't want to be disturbed. So the relationships, I'm actually talking about the mother-daughter, the mother's son, the father-daughter and the father's son, actually is getting impacted. So I'm glad that Australia has come up with this thing. Of course, there'll be
Yes.
protesters who will say that freedom of information is being curtailed. Okay, so that is okay if 18 years and above. But in these formative years, you are making the young children who are going to be the future leaders of your country. So, what kind of adverse information or
Yes.
adverse kind of a propaganda you are putting in his mind from a very, very young age? So, I think because it's a very impressionable age, so we
Yes.
need to understand the growth of the child as it you happens from the age of 3 to 8 is a very crucial part in the growth of a child,
Doctor.
and they actually leave you permanent scars and permanent memories in the minds of the children. So I will conclude by saying that I think this awareness is very welcome, and I think India should also take a leaf out of this and do something about the IT laws and all these information
Yes.
laws keep on saying, because
Dr. Kochar, I'm so,
the
so
well-being
sorry we
of
have run out of time. Thank you very much for joining us here on NewsX World, and thank you very much for providing your insight on those issues. That is all that we have time for. Keep watching NewsX World for more international updates.